more. Um, y'all know 50K a lot, right? Like, every working class adult should have at least $50,000 in available credit. Every working class adult. You can be even 18 and have $50,000 in credit. 20. I know 21-year-olds that have over $160,000 in credit. But today we just gonna talk about this initial 50 because all of us need to have access to at least $50,000 in credit at any given time. Let's kick it off. Very first thing you need is a credit score. You need to see and look at your credit score. You want to have at least a 680. These days, the higher the better. 680 is the absolute minimum. We want to stop going for the minimum. We really want to go for like a 700. And when you have 700, that's really going to open up the doors for you and allow you to get approved. You got to look at your credit report, not just the score. Having a 700 credit score is great, but you also want to look at your actual credit report. You want to make sure you don't have any negatives on there. So no charge-offs, no collections, no recent late payments. By recent, I mean no late payments, let's say within the last 2 years, right? This is a clean credit profile. A credit profile like this will get you approved for anything. You get a house, you get a car, you get a loan, you get a personal line of credit, you get a credit card, right? Don't feed into just the marketing. Yes, zero interest is great, but with the right credit report, you get financing for anything. It doesn't matter what it is if your credit report is right. So that's the most important thing, making sure your credit report is set up proper. So once you got your credit report set up properly, no negatives, it's sitting at a 700, so you already built out your credit. If you're not showing how to build out your credit, check out the last live that I did that actually walks you through how to get your first $10,000 with absolutely no credit check, and then how to use that $10,000 to open up a $5,000 secured credit card that's going to turn into an unsecured credit card. What's going on? What's going on? Right? So if you're not sure how to build your credit, where to start, go with that live. All right? But you can't skip this part. I have in my community, I have a member who keeps hitting a brick wall because yes, his credit score is over 700. When he started, he was at like a 660. Now he's at a 719, but he keeps getting denied. The reason for that is his credit report is still showing a charge-off. So now he has to work on getting the charge-off. Luckily, within the community, I give everyone in the community multiple ways of cleaning up their credit. So whether you're trying to get rid of charge-offs, you want to do factual disputing, you want to learn how to do the FTC method, we go through and I actually teach him how to do this live. So even though he has a 719, great credit score, he has a charge-off. And this one charge-off is keeping him from getting access to American Express and a bunch of other credit cards, right? So it's important, it's imperative that you start with cleaning the credit first. We can't skip that process. We cannot skip it. We cannot skip it. As much as you want to try to rush that process, you can't skip it. You got to make sure everything's clean. Now, once everything is clean, and you're like, okay, cool, I want to get 50,000. I'm going to throw a curveball at you. And this is a question that you always want to be asking yourself. How do I want the money? How do I want the money? Do you want it as a loan? Do you want a zero interest credit card? Do you want a line of credit? Doesn't matter how you get the money. Doesn't matter if it's a loan, a line of credit, or a credit card. Do you want to mix it up? Do you want some as a loan, some as a line of credit, some as a credit card? Why? Because this feeds into the higher level of getting funding and getting access to credit. This feeds into how to use the credit. Because some credit products are better than others, depending on what you're going to use it for.
In 1 mile, exit right.
Right? So for instance, if you just want to have the $50,000, but you just want it to sit around, you don't want to have to make any payments on it, you just want it there just in case of an emergency, just in case you need it, right? Maybe you get laid off or someone gets sick and it's a really, really, really expensive procedure that you have to get done. A credit card may be good, or $50,000 in credit cards could be good. Why? Because even if you have a credit card for a while, even if you have a credit card for some time, what happens is you can always get a zero interest period on that credit card, all the way up to 1.5 years.
That's right.
There are some credit cards, like the U.S. Bank, that will give you two years of zero interest. Right? Meanwhile, if you get like a line of credit or you get a loan, you're going to immediately have to, well, with a loan, you immediately have to start making payments on that loan. And they're going to start charging you interest immediately. So you may not want to do that in your situation, right? But that's the next question you want to ask yourself. How do you want this $50,000 that you're going to go get?
In 1 mile, turn right.
Once you determine that, because only you can determine that, right? I can't tell you what to get. You decide what you want to get. But let's say you want to do all credit cards because you like the idea of zero interest, you like the idea of revolving credit. Next, you got to start looking at banks. What banks have up to $50,000 in credit cards? Or what banks do you want to start doing business with? Usually, especially if you have let's say you have a young profile or new profile, or you're rebuilding your profile because you're just trying to get your first $50,000, you're probably pretty new to credit, or your profile is new, or you're in the rebuilding stages. You want to go ahead and start off with your credit unions. Find your credit union in your area, right? Pick 3 of them in your area. Open up an account with them. And one thing I like to do is I go to the credit union's website. There's over 3,000 credit unions in America, so take your pick, right? Take your pick.
Turn left.
You go to your credit union's website. Right on the website, what I like is that most of these credit unions right now, they'll just tell you what their credit card goes up to. They'll tell you, hey, we have this personal credit card, it goes up to $25,000. Or we have, this credit card, the most you can get on it is $50,000. Like, everyone loves Navy Federal. Navy Federal has the flagship card.
Turn right.
This one credit card goes all the way up to $80,000.
0.1, turn left.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good for a credit card, because most personal credit cards do not go up that high, right? So if you're going for $50,000, it's possible for you to get $50,000 just with Navy Federal on one credit card. I wouldn't recommend getting all 50 on one credit card, but it's possible, right? Another credit union that has an unusually high credit card is United Nations Credit Union. Their personal credit card goes all the way up to $100,000. Insane. Is an insane credit card. Insane product. Go all the way up to 100,000. Right? You could go with either one of those. Those two institutions right there. Pick one. Get in. Pick one. Boom. That's your 50 right there. Easy. But let's say you want to be a little bit more diverse. You want to mix it up. So let's say you get into both of them. You get into Navy. You get into the United Nations. You build your relationships. And let's say Navy, they're known to give you high limits, right? You can have, with Navy Federal, you can have a 640 and they'll still give you a $20,000 credit card, right? United Nations, they're a bit more strict because normally it's like diplomats and those type of individuals that are part of it. So they're really expecting a higher caliber of credit profile to come through there, right? So they still want to see that good clean profile, that 700. Another credit union you can go for is a Service Credit Union, which is based out of the Midwest. What I like about Service Credit Union is that you can double dip. We're talking about getting 50,000. Service Credit Union has a personal line of credit that goes up to $50,000. Service Credit Union also allows you to double dip. So what that means is you can apply for a loan, a line of credit, and a credit card all at the same time. All at the same time. So this is another institution where if you build your relationship with them, you can go to this one institution, get the whole 50 just from Service Credit Union. That's why I asked earlier. That's why I said earlier. You want to ask yourself, well, how do I want the 50? Because you can get it in multiple ways. Your credit report is clean. So now it's up to you. You got good credit now. You're welcome to the good credit club. You don't have to just beg anybody for any money. You get to pick and choose. Like, you know what? I don't really like y'all credit card. It kind of suck. Let me see what y'all personal line of credit hitting on. Okay, yeah, I like that a little better. Okay, yeah, I do need a loan. Let me go ahead and grab. I need some cash, because I need to replace this water heater. Not even replace a water heater, because you use a credit card for that. Let's say you need some cash because you're doing a down payment on the house. So you take out a loan for that. Okay, cool. Picking and choosing. You can decide how you want it. Right? You also have, up in Pennsylvania, you have PSECU. PSECU allows you to get a credit card and a personal line of credit. They'll let you get up to $30,000 or $15,000 on each one. All right, it used to be $50,000, but everyone crashed it out during the pandemic, so they lowered it from 50, down to 30. Right? These are just a couple of banks you can go to get the 50,000. Like, getting the 50,000 is I'm going to be honest, y'all. That's not the hard part. It's really simple. Just fix your credit. That's it. It's easy. Like, fix your credit, you'll get approved. We want to try and make this a lot harder than what it needs to be.
Half a turn left.
But it's not. We want to argue with the bank about their criteria. That's all you got to do. That's all we got to do. Have a 700 credit score and show proof of income. Why are we arguing with the bank about that? I was making $60,000 a year, and I got access to $250,000 worth of revolving lines of credit. It doesn't take a lot of money to get rich, quote unquote. It doesn't take a lot of money to get access to a lot of credit. Because having access to a lot of credit don't mean you're rich. It just means I know how to pay my bills on time. This not, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing about what I'm saying is hard. Pay your bill on time every month. Have verifiable income. Boom. That's 50 grand. Easy. Easy. Right? If that part is hard, then we gotta look at some other things. That's where we start talking about the less fun stuff. Right? A budget. Where's your money going? Are you spending it properly? Are you putting your dollars places where they can grow? Something that I like about these credit unions, along with the fact that a lot of them allow you to double dip, meaning you can get multiple products with one hard pull, is they normally have higher than normal interest rates on their like savings account, their checking account. Like Digital Credit Union gives you 6%. They have a 6% savings account. Fire. Regular bank not giving you 6% at all, even if you put it into a money market account or a CD account. And most other banks are only giving you 4%. Right? You want to start looking at these extra things because you are already on the path to the higher level.
In about 0.1, turn right.
And since you're on the path to a higher level,
turn left.
You're not just trying to scramble and get the first 50,000 that you see. You want to get 50,000 that matches your lifestyle, that matches your goals, that have the perks that come with it. Maybe you want $50,000 in zero interest. Maybe you want $50,000 that comes with cashback and zero interest, right? You want $50,000 that come at zero interest and you can travel for free with the points.
Turn right, and then turn left.
It's very easy. Clean your credit. Show proof of income.
Turn left.
It doesn't take much.
Turn left.
Right? You make 60,000, 80,000, 90,000, 120. You'll get 50,000 easy. Where to go? What bank to go to? There's 10,000 banks. Pick any one. Pick a bank. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not complicated. It's very easy.
You have reached your destination.
Right? We try to make this thing more difficult. We feed into the hype. But getting 50,000 is super easy. And to make it even more, I already gave y'all like 5 banks where you can get 50 grand from. But if y'all need more, another bank to get 50 grand from, you can go to Key Point Bank. They're on the West Coast. They also allow you to double dip, and they let you pre-qualify with a soft pull and get 50 grand from them. You can also get $50,000 from KeyBank. They're located in Pennsylvania, right? They pull Equifax. You can get a credit card. You can get a line of credit. You can get a business line of credit. You even get a credit card that gives you six month cash back. 6 month zero interest. Right? Between their products, you can get 50,000. It's really just take your pick. The important thing is that you have the foundation together. Because I can name 50 banks where you can go get $50,000 from. But none of that matters if you don't meet the criteria. The biggest thing we want to understand is how to meet the criteria of the lenders, because that is the key that unlocks the safe to actual funding. Anyway, my name is Jamal, the Credit Protector. I help small business owners get access to capital. And that's my time, y'all. Peace.